Hello everyone, welcome to my Phase 1 video of Mushroom Wars 2, the multiplayer beta portion of it. So, campaign obviously is locked off. Mushroom Wars is a RTS series, and, well, we have the second one, just kind of became a series now. The original was ported to a lot of platforms, I believe mobile, PS3, and Wii, and then eventually PC, which is what I did in my video on. And in that video I stated that it was a really casual kind of game. It didn't really grab me, although it did have some cool parts to it. One of the other problems I had was no borderless full screen mode, and online did not come until later, and when it did come out, it was basically dead, but it was cool that it had local multiplayer. Very few strategy games have that. So now we have Mushroom Wars 2. Local multiplayer, I'm not sure what the status of that is. I can't seem to find any information on that. It looks like it's going to be online only, although that'd be kind of weird, because mechanically it's not too different, and you can still play it with a controller, and it's still same screen strategy. So, options menu really quick. Like I said, no borderless full screen mode, but you do have some resolution options here. And some presets. Funny enough, one of these, like for port, said shit. Sound sliders and interface size, that kind of stuff. It'll run on basically anything. Art assets, God, I'm already screwing this up. From an art perspective, it actually looks kind of nice. There's a lot of bloom, but it does look very nice compared to the original, which was this very low-res, hand-drawn art. This looks a lot better. The animations in general are just better. There's going to be a replay system. How to play, it's all shown here. There's actually hotkeys this time around, which is nice, so there's still no reboundable keys. Versus AI is locked, and tournaments are locked as well, but custom games, there's about 10 two-player maps. There's several for 3-player. And then 4-player, and then you also have cooperative, 2v2, which is nice to have. There's a lot of maps this time around, which is cool. Unfortunately, one mode only in the multiplayer, which is Conquest, which is capture all, like, the bases to win, or until your opponent gives up. So, the main thing that's added this time around, this is what has made the game a lot more interesting and a lot more engaging, aside from, multiplayer, people actually playing it, is the class system. So you have a level up system, and I assume this is going to be used for customization. But you have skills, and these are used in the game. Let's actually just show you a game, right? Also, really quick, I wanted to just say that there's no text chat, but you do have emojis, so it's kind of like Hearthstone. So you have several classes over here. There's going to be 4 more added into the main game, one would assume, and we're going to play as Trini. Alright, it's going to be one-on-one. We're playing against another Trini. Alright, so basically you have a bar that fills up as you defeat enemies, and you can use that bar to spend. It's basically like kind of like a currency system. You fill it up, you can use one of the abilities, and those abilities also have cooldowns on them too, so you gotta be careful. The first one you can get is Freeze Building, which can be a little bit overpowered sometimes, especially in decisive plays, but I think that's like, some of these other ones are not very good. Ring of Frost is pretty good. Tornado can kill your own guys. Illusion, not very good. It's like kind of like a ruse. So yeah, art-wise, it's vastly, it's just so much better than the original. And what I like is that some of these levels, they have different types of foliage. So, for example, like in the ice levels, you have these more stiffer mushrooms, and yes, that does sound like I made an innuendo-ish joke about it, so just shut up. But the mushrooms are a lot harder, and they actually shoot lasers. Here, they're like, it's this, this fall type, so they shoot like these thorns at you from these towers. It's kind of nice. I really like that little touch. And of course, upgrading and changing buildings is here. You have to right-click this time around to select what your upgrade is, and then you have to hit space to, or just space to upgrade from what it is right now. So currently, if I want it to generate more troops, I just hit space, space, space. I'm gonna freeze that. Now notice it's on a cooldown, but I can still use some of this other stuff. Alright, let's upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. You always want to freeze the biggest buildings, unless you're attacking, that's what you really want to be using freeze for. So yeah, the game is pretty casual overall, but it's what I really like about it is that the games are very, very quick. The original had this idea of using morale, which is what's up here, And as you hold and defend against attacks, or if you win battles, you get these morale points, and you can, like, hold territory better. And it's a lot more gradual and decreasing than the original. Like, it's very slow. So what makes that interesting is that, like, the problem in the original is that it can go down to stalemates. He just froze his own troops. Got a Mexican standoff going on here. Alright. So these are the towers. And you can actually upgrade these to do even more damage faster. It's kind of nice. These forges right here, these upgrade your troops. Now, I currently have one of the 2 forges right now, so I should make a power play right here. I should try to push for as much territory as possible. I could also upgrade one of these things to forges, but we're not going to do that because that's going to cost 30. Plus, I'd rather just get the one right here. Oh, it looks like he's probably going to go to that one. Now, there's still the problem of accidentally misclicking. Like, I almost did it there, where I almost clicked this tower instead of here. And sometimes highlighting your own buildings can be a little bit of a pain. But other than that, the game is mechanically improved. There's a lot of things it has going on for it. The class system in particular is really nice. Animation quality is just generally better, although it does still have that simplistic art style. At times, like, you can see, like, it looks cute, though. See your little guys marching on the path of destruction. Oh god, tornado. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I think he's mobilizing. He probably realizes that he's gonna lose this game. Just gonna freeze that. Let's do a tornado here and kill all of his guys, because it attacks things in buildings as well. Now, of course, you can see his total troop count up here. This is very important to see. You might say, like, that's kind of cheating, but it's for both sides, and it really does show, like, you know, like, okay, he has this many, but where are they? Like, that's the main thing. Like, where are his troops? Like, you have to pay attention to how they move. I'm gonna get a huge morale bonus here. He's not gonna be able to win. I haven't been upgraded as much. You can't upgrade these, unfortunately, but that would kind of make them a little bit overpowered. I do like how they've adjusted the terrain this time around. Like, notice you have to go all the way around here to do this, but if you want the towers, you also have to, you know, you have to backtrack back as well. It's a nice little system where they've adjusted the terrain. It reminds me more and more of Skulls of the Shogun, more of an RTS version of that. And I like it a lot. This is one of the longer games, but just mechanically, it's like all they needed to add in the original, I guess, was this, and it just makes it a lot more satisfying. Plus, playing against human players is a lot better than playing against AI. The biggest problem, again, that I had from the original, there's a lot of big problems I had, but one of the other problems was that the AI felt like it was blatantly cheating at times. Why do you keep doing this? I think he misclicked and accidentally meant to put it, like, oh, he put it here, but he meant to put it over here. Lol. So I'm hitting near 400 troops, which is great. Now, another tactic that I noticed is that, and I do this too, so it was kind of in the original, and I hated this mechanic because of how it worked with the AI. So you would send your units, like you would designate a path, so let's say, you know, I just sent these guys here, and you don't, the other player doesn't see that arrow though. And what's interesting about that mechanic is that you can manipulate how your enemy's gonna respond. So let's say, let's actually see if I can do this right now. So, like, I moved there. So the next logical place on the map is that I move there. Let's try to manipulate that so that I move here instead. Well, let's see if he'll move his guys over here to defend. Okay, he didn't. Or is he? Yeah, see this? So he sent all his guys from here to here, but I was attacking here, so because you couldn't tell. Oh, never mind, he's actually moving in. So I think he's actually doing the same thing I was. Yeah. So what I'm getting at here is that I'm trying to throw him off by making it look like I'm trying to hit one spot, but I'm really trying to hit another. And the problem in the original game was that it was how the pathing worked. It was very unpredictable. Here it's a little bit more predictable. But most importantly, the AI was just a pain in the ass in that regard, because they would do that so much. And I gotta take back what I said, is that mechanic's really cool in multiplayer, but against the AI, it was just frustrating. Local multiplayer, that doesn't happen, though, because you do see the arrows. At least in the original game. Here, I don't know, because I haven't been able to test out a local multiplayer, because I don't think it supports it. Alright, let's move in and get the kill. This lasts a little bit longer than normal. See if I just kill him with the tornado, that would be funny. Yeah. When you surrender or if you lose all your bases that you had, and they go to the neutral gray. So if you're playing like 3 or 4 player matches, it's not like it goes to like the person who's in the lead or anything. It just goes to neutral. That's a nice little mechanic. I like that. I believe that was actually in the original too. Still any mode. I really would like to show you guys a 3-player match because it's actually kind of fun. Someone does get steamrolled though. Someone randomly will get teamed up, double teamed on. I think that's why they removed text chat, because they knew people could be conspiring against each other. Sometimes matches take a little bit longer to load. Like, I don't know what it's like. I have a Western Digital Black. You know, I loaded fine here, but some other matches, like, I'd be like this guy, and I'd just be stuck right here. I don't know if it's a connection issue or what. It's probably just, you know, it's all beta. Something should change, like, you know, map duplex 3. I mean, this is obviously, like, not finished. Frame rate wise, there is actually a couple optimization issues. You might have noticed in the last game, it did dip a bit, which is a little disappointing. Oh, notice the tower's a little different in this one, yeah. Music could be... is good, I like it, but it needs a few more tracks, to be honest. And I think this could use a little bit more content in general, but overall, my thoughts, it's a really fast, fun, greatly paced RTS. And you shouldn't knock it because it looks casual, because that's what a lot of people did for the original, and rightfully so, but this time around, it's mechanically solid. I really enjoy it. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. I'm out.